fly, it's chestnut. Checkers, every move's a test. Strategy and patience bring out your best. No quick flips, no easy wins. The game is deep, let the match begin. Kings and castles, they don't play fair. Nice sleep through problems like they don't care. The bishop cuts shot through the mess you make. One wrong move and it's checkmate.
It's once I looked at the time. It's like it just made it worse. We literally talked for 6 minutes.
Yo, we've been live the whole time.
What the hell has been going on these last three episodes? These intros have been, man, I'm trying to tell you.
Listen, we
have
did.
been trying, y'all.
We did. We was trying real hard, y'all.
I'm glad you cut that music early, brother.
There's no point in it. We did the whole song the first time.
Oh my gosh,
y'all was great, except William choked the shit out of himself.
Man, listen,
for a good 5 minutes, like
the fact that so y'all, the audience, we weren't late. We were late. We were on time. We were so on time. It's like, how are you late being like working from home? We were somehow like logged in. We were talking, had the show starting and never pressed live.
Swore we was live. I don't know what just happened.
Like, hey man,
I'm gonna say
the thing where we can't see the people.
Oh my God. I'm sitting here fumbling with my devices, like, let me share it.
I'm like, what? What do you mean? We can't see the people. Oh,
and like, let me try it on a different device. Maybe.
And the sad part, here's the funny part. Now that we're live, there's so many indications that we are live right now that is not even fucking funny. Like, that's the sad part. It's like ping and live.
So everybody that was here for us at 7:30, we do apologize. We thought we was here with y'all too.
Right.
But we're here now. So
man,
we're here, present.
Can't take that back. Dude,
my God, today.
We are your host. And the worst part about it is we fucked up the intro the first time and we weren't even live. Like, that's the sad part. So
we're doing a great job. Okay.
Welcome.
Happy Wednesday, y'all.
Happy Wednesday. Thank you for tuning into Chestnut Checkers. Good evening.
We were just lipping a lot of shit. We didn't even know it was. Oh my God. I am your host, William Alexander. We also have your co-host, Kristen Raresense Wilson in the building. We also have lovely Lavania in the building. Y'all, it's a beautiful Wednesday. That's all I got.
Y'all don't understand why we do this. We have so much fun, even in the mistakes and the hiccups. And my cheeks already hurt, and it's gonna be a great show. I was
here for it.
Hello.
I'm here for it.
Go see Chris Brown, Usher. Listen,
Chris.
Y'all wasn't here with us, but I'm finna. A lick gotta be hit. I gotta be at this concert.
Right. So we're gonna make sure, and we're gonna really fast forward through because we did our current events. Listen, some of them. But what I will say is, track and field is underway. If you're not watching, go ahead and watch. Trump, we're just praying for you. Like, I don't know, atheists at this point, pray for us. If you don't pray for him, pray for us.
Right. Don't pray in this.
To the world. I don't want to say we apologize, but it's not us.
I'm not. They know who it is. But we are all benefiting from a system. We have American privilege when it comes to the world. We are all white men when it comes to the world. We have American privilege, and it's fucking weird how that works.
I'm glad I've always been on stage, so I've never had to really understand what type of privilege that I thought I'd have, and I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in. I really like, if I take pride in anything, is I like to treat people in the same light and in the same capacity that I would want them to treat me.
Right.
So no matter who you are, it's like you deserve to be treated like, if nothing else, a human.
Mm-hmm.
How you treat yourself is how you're going to be rightfully judged. Not by me, but whatever.
I do.
All right.
That falls right in line with my theory. You die how you live. You live by the sword. You die by the sword. However you want to put it. Like, I've known too many vain people that go blind. I've known too many
Yeah.
straight up assholes that died of prostate cancer, like heartless motherfuckers always. It's Elizabeth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Exactly.
It's too much happenings for it to be a coincidence at this point.
Man.
So
Like it's whew.
Is that right now?
It's a desperate side that's needed after this term. And I would say after the next term.
Here's the thing. Because there is no after this term, like as much as we already have had him compared to a black light on this country's thumb stains. And it's just like, at this point, I'm over it. There is no fixing it. You have exposed the fact we got people in Congress, representatives and senators retiring and resigning left and fucking right for misconduct allegations and the SA allegations and rape allegations and child zooming allegations, and not one of the people in the Epstein files is locked up.
Listen,
but these low life, the low little underling minions of, you know, brown schlub, who's this schmuck, gotta retire so to make it look good, like y'all are hard on these things. No, y'all stupid.
I mean, and it is going to be hard to really do anything as far as criminal when you have this standing president as a criminal, because you can't really try the president as a criminal not unless you impeach him again. But and see, that's been the issue.
Here's the criminality of it, and this is where I have disagreed before, because everybody talks about how he's a criminal. I don't think he's a criminal. I think he's retarded. He doesn't have the faculties for real. He's literally having a war with himself. He's talking about a ceasefire that never fucking happened. These niggas just scooped up 2 boats out the Strait of Hormuz. This nigga talking about a ceasefire. Ceasefire on who? You fucked up and stopped. That's not a ceasefire. That's you got to regroup, nigga.
I think I can reconcile and say that 2 truths can sit on the table.
Yeah, 2 things can be true.
But I'm not going to not call him a criminal, not after what he's done.
And he's a retarded criminal. And yes. So I feel like if he's going to be institutionalized, I would prefer he be institutionalized with the other people who talk of made up things in their head that should be in their head outside of their head.
Man. In other news, Philadelphia stepped forward.
Come on, Philly.
Philadelphia stuff. I didn't even bring this up. Come on, bring your ass forward
again.
We need to find out how all them speed bumps, all them potholes, all them new lights and cameras did $1.8 million walk away from a Brinks truck. Help us understand this.
That was my goddamn lick to go to the concert. It's some bullshit.
1.8 million. 2 men in an electric SUV. And I'm laughing at this because I'm not a criminal, but you got to hear me out.
Not in a Prius, though.
They robbed this Brinks truck at a financial district on 7200 block of Torresdale Avenue. And for those that don't know where Torresdale Avenue is in Philadelphia, you have Torresdale, you have the Betsy Ross Bridge on the bottom, and then you got the Tacony Palmyra Bridge at the top, both of which lead right to Jersey. So legitimately, in 5 minutes, you're in New Jersey from Philadelphia. They robbed and $1.8 million and drove their asses likely right over the bridge. Philly can't do anything. The FBI now has to figure it out. Now, here's the funny thing, and I'm not a criminal. I've just taken a lot of poor man scenic routes. Once you cross Torresdale or across the Tacony Palmyra Bridge, it leads you to an interstate that doesn't have any cameras. Straight shot to New York, or straight shot you can actually get to Maryland.
Right.
You can actually carry that thing right over to the Commodore Barry Bridge, and from the Commodore Barry Bridge, eventually you'll go around Maryland and you'll end up on 110. And 110 is Chesapeake.
Okay.
I'm not a criminal, but they just got away with $1.8 million.
And see, that's fine. Because if the president can be a criminal and those two things can be true, then those gentlemen can take whatever road they want to living off that 1.8 mil. And that's where I'm at with it. Everybody, it's got to be fair across the board. I'm still all about equity here at Chestnut Chat.
Absolutely. Like part of me wants to say that you know, like I how's this going to impact my taxes? But then the other side is like not all heroes wear capes, you know? I'm just stuck in between the two. Like, I want to see if they make it.
We'll see.
We'll
But if
find out.
they don't, please hide the money on your way. Just
Right.
They stop somewhere dark and buried it on the way, and then they can get it if they
Right.
get shot.
Stashed it in more than one place.
Yeah. Well, best of luck to you, gentlemen. It may the best man win. We are in official Hunger Games.
Oh, well, and see, yeah, because he mentioned, you know, good old DJT, he mentioned that too, and so, you know, if I gotta choose a district, I'm in a good district. We got Florida.
I'm in a good district.
Look, we got
This
Florida.
sounds like Hunger Games.
Right. If you know, we got Florida. We right here. If it's just us, South Carolina and Florida,
I'm
like,
in trouble.
we got a good district. This is what I'm saying. Like you might not. I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know, because this is where the conversation we had last week falls into play, because East Coast, Northeast, Philly is included in that somehow, even though it's not a part of any of the groups. And so, does Philly itself get a pass to go to that particular? I don't know. I don't know how they play it. I don't.
Philly's getting no passes.
Look, only Philly.
We are getting no resources. We aren't getting nothing.
No, you need to be.
I feel like they're going to collectively agree, even though shit's going on in New York, they're going to say bomb Philly. I'm like, oh, what do we do? We didn't do nothing.
Hilarious. Well, I mean, it's happened before. History does repeat.
Right. History does repeat.
You didn't say nothing. Hey, mommy.
Hey, Mom.
Minding our business. It's boom. Like, what?
Oh, man.
Damn
Frank,
it.
what you do? You ain't even from here. Golly, you came back to blow us up.
I have been seeing, has
Horrible.
anybody else been seeing this resurgence of Arnold Schwarzenegger speaking to people who are not from here?
How are you?
I've been hearing his voice and seeing his face all over everything for the past week or so, and I'm just putting him back where.
Heil Hitler.
Exactly. Put him back wherever the fuck he was. It's bad enough the Israelis had to go and hide in Germany the other day.
He don't like Trump, does he? Uh-oh.
Didn't he marry the Kennedy?
I don't know. He cheated on him with his pool woman. I don't know.
Well, that's true, but
Like, hey, man, you got to ask these questions.
I just feel like they all rich white dudes, so they all cool with each other. Like, I don't know. That's probably the most racist thing y'all gonna hear in a little while. But
Man, ooh.
All right.
I wasn't
Well,
trying to be racist when I said it. Just in my mind, it's like they all.
it
You
seems
know,
like
I
they
don't
all
think
in cahoots
racists
to
really
me.
try. I don't think racists try to be racist.
You're not gonna sit here and call me racist, William. I am. Not
I didn't call you racist. I didn't call you racist. I don't think you are.
I don't think I am either. But sometimes some of the stuff that falls out of my face sounds very racist. So I be trying to give a disclaimer, and I'm not. I promise you, I'm not. Howsoever, they do kind of all seem like they run in the same packs.
I think you're innocently experienced.
Even if they run in different packs. Like, I feel like the Johnny Depps and Leo DiCaprios and Keanu Reeves is a different pack from the Schwarzeneggers and the Trumps and the Kennedys, but they still all in the same club.
I,
They all go to the same country club.
Right.
There's some of them I just think that have like they just have fetishes.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
word.
wow.
Yeah, they just
I like
they
it.
have like they fetishize about certain ideas of us. Um, I think that that's the thing, and there are some that just genuinely appreciate who we are and how we are. And I want to make that disclaimer. I don't think you're racist because I think you stand along the same lines as me. Like, and I agree with Muhammad Ali. He said if there's 100 snakes amongst 1,000, I'm gonna close the door on all them bitches. The one that the 100 are gonna figure out their way out of that door, or they're gonna keep that door closed and protect me from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that there's 100 snakes in that 1,000 that are meant to. I'm not going to sniff them out. I'm not going in that 1,000 to find 100. Them 100 got to make their way out.
They gotta find their way.
You know what I mean? And it's a hard journey. And even when you get out, hey man, we've walked them a lot of people in who end up stabbing us in the chest and then ripping our backs out. It's a long journey once you get out that hole. With me. Sorry.
Look.
With that said, ruffling y'all feathers.
No, I mean it didn't ruffle no feathers. It just, I get anyway, they supposed to be making weed a Schedule 3 narcotic by the end of the year federally, which means that legally all of the states will have to redo. Any states that don't have legal marijuana at this point is going to have to rethink that, because it's basically like getting caught with an open container. Like the most they can do is take it from you once they
at this point, like they don't even bother us anymore.
Still live in the state now, mind you. I could walk right a block, maybe block and a half, now like a block up the street to the Chevron, and get the strongest ass CBD, THCP, diamond, free rolls, but weed is not legal here in Georgia. I can lose my job right now for this shit, but I can get it at the gas station. Is the wildest of works.
Me trying to light my blunt with my chapstick is crazy work.
Oh, nigga.
What?
I flicked that bitch twice. Nobody saw it.
I did see you. I thought it was later though.
I thought, yeah.
I'm looking like.
Oh, while we talking shit about the government, can we talk about the Spirit Airline bailout and why the fuck are we even thinking about giving these niggas $500 million to keep Spirit Airlines? To keep Spirit Airlines?
To keep it? Why are we keeping it?
Start some new shit. Let Spirit go. I don't understand what this bailout is even about.
We're okay if Spirit doesn't exist tomorrow. I'm good on that.
Frontier I hope a black man gets it.
Huh?
I hope a black man gets Spirit.
You want it to be so plain?
Hell yeah, we need something.
Maybe they could turn it around like Red Lobster.
Red Lobster slamming now.
Them
shrimps.
I don't know, but the commercials look real nice.
Because who for Popeye, but it's Red Lobster.
Nah, I'm trying to tell you.
The only Red Lobster commercial that I've seen recently is just some black man promoting a seafood boil. That I guess he's the new owner.
That's a good seafood boil.
See, this is where I'm fucking lost. I hate life right now. I grew up right next to the ocean. Most of the homes I ever lived in Massachusetts were no further than 30 minutes walk away from some form of beach. It might not have been the nicest beach. It might not smell great, depending on what part of the industrial area you was in. But you could go stand by the ocean and be just fine, right?
You definitely make that clam chowder sound less appealing.
I'm telling you.
Man, you made it sound really,
so nasty, like
really gumbo-ish. Very like, oh man.
First of all, fuck you, William, because clam chowder is delicious. So I don't know what you're talking about. There's
you don't even need to season it.
There's no other kind of clam chowder.
They literally will put their foot in it with the boot on.
I don't know. I've never witnessed this. I don't know where you've been in Boston.
How very rubbery.
Hanging around the docks because they are looking for more than fish.
Bodies. And that's in your clam chowder.
No, it's not.
No.
Yes, it is.
Leave us alone right now, William. I can't deal with this.
What?
Yes, it is. I mean, let's do some math here.
Right? Okay.
Y'all throw a lot of
There
bodies
are
on a
bodies
commensurate
in
rate.
Florida. There's bodies in the Gulf of Mexico.
When have you ever?
There's bodies in the Hudson.
We are not deflecting. When have you heard of Florida clam chowder?
There's bodies in the
Not
Hudson.
never.
And she said the only other type of clam chowder is Manhattan. There's bodies in the Hudson.
And Manhattan, who eats Manhattan clam chowder?
I don't know. I don't believe
I don't
it.
know.
Right, exactly. It's New England clam chowder.
I don't believe in it personally because
And
tomatoes
what do clams?
It
What do
sounds
clams
weird.
eat? Clams eat what?
shit in the water.
Yeah,
Okay. It's still delicious. I don't care if you ate
I'm
the
here
shrimp,
for it.
if you eat the scrimps, you gonna
I'm
eat
still
clam.
going to eat clam chowder. Is what I'm
I just
saying.
personally feel like the niggerization of seafood at this point. Like,
Listen,
why
I'm
the
still.
fuck are we seasoning the shells, you fucking stupid ass?
Right.
Why
Well,
you
you're right. You know,
pouring
can we
all
talk
kinds
about
of
that?
sauce on it? What
Can we
is the
talk
point
about
in
that?
that? Yes, let's get to it. Because
Why are we seasoning? Why is there so much Old Bay on the crab shell and on the
right.
lobster shell and on the
What y'all
clam
gonna do?
shell
Suck on
and on the
it?
mussel?
Like,
I'm just gonna
huh?
lick the shell.
We're gonna lick the shell. We're
the
gonna
shell?
bite into it, huh? Yeah. Yeah.
We go ahead and dip this shell in some butter.
Boiling water. I can see that because it's gonna get into the thing and then get it in the ice and it seasons up and the seasonings in the meat real good. Y'all stupid bitches is deep frying the fucking shells now. Y'all are dipping
Right.
the whole. These are not soft shell crabs. You are not in Baltimore. You not.
It's
I was
outlandish.
always. I'm like, why are there Old Bay on the lobster? I don't understand.
Obviously, we told y'all the season, but we didn't tell y'all to go outfield. Like, that's out of pocket. I don't get it.
It's as salty at this point as any lemon pepper down here. Is the seafood boils. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good.
It's not.
Y'all literally are putting Lowry's in fake butter
Lowry's.
and telling me it's some sort of sauce. Like, nah, like
This I didn't try to let folks know. Y'all better be with. These are the same motherfuckers that graduated from Chicken Alfredo. It's the same motherfuckers. We talked about this some seasons ago. I told y'all the fucking females are evolving. Now, look. All you got to hear now is on a Thursday, just a random Thursday, while the kids doing the homework, we're gonna make y'all dinner. You're gonna be like, that's the motherfucker that makes Chicken Alfredo.
You know what?
Yeah, I knew it all along.
There's nothing wrong with Chicken Alfredo, William.
Out the can, yes, it is.
Out the can is a problem.
That's the only one I'm talking about.
Right, but just to say Alfredo doesn't mean that there aren't people actually putting that shit together because it's fairly easy.
Now, let's be clear. You're right. Let's be clear. In the words of the late Bernie Mac, America.
Hey, Christina.
Hey, Christina.
We're not talking about all Chicken Alfredo. Exclusively, we're talking about the mismatched socks wearing. Bonnet to the store going.
Satan's spirit.
Getting ragu. And then throwing Old Bay in it.
Equate label, not even ragu. Equate label Alfredo sauce with the shake cheese that was never dairy.
Don't do that.
Ew,
that is offensive.
Yo, okay.
That's like you might as well just eat coffee creamer with noodles.
We're all from the Northeast, right? Hear me out. Y'all remember going to a pizzeria back in the day, and they would have the little squatty little things that you shake your toppings onto your pizza.
Yeah.
This is why I call that shake cheese, because it's shake cheese, right? You shake it out.
Right.
It's not shredded. It's not plain. What shredded?
Okay.
Fuck both y'all's face. What did I say?
No, I was waiting for the punch. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Okay, it's not shredded and it's not planked or shaved. It's not shredded and it's not shaved. William is so appalled. Hold on, y'all. It's not shredded, nor is it shaved. It's just shaking out of the thing. It's shake cheese, and it's never been cheese. At best guess, it was sawdust at some point.
Like that stuff that they put on shredded cheese in the bag so that it's
See this
stable.
now.
Yes. Get
Yeah.
Now
y'all
I
wood
will
together.
say that, and this is might be something exclusive, but either Papa John's, Domino's, or Pizza Hut, before Olive Garden goes out of business, y'all might want to invest in how that whatever cheese they put on the top of that. And I'm only saying because I was curious one time, and the
It's
last
just
time,
Parmesan cheese.
huh?
It's just regular Parmesan.
I don't know
It's
what
Parmesan.
man. It is so delicious on top. Did you ever
Some
sprinkle some of that
places it's
cheese on top of
Parmesan
your
and
pizza?
Romano.
I do.
And then,
Yeah. That's
yeah,
you.
yeah, that's that
But
shake
you
Real
don't
cheese.
cook it on
Parmesan
there.
is
You
Put
just
it in
great.
there
dress it
and
right on there.
you just dust it on there. Yeah. Just a
The
little
reason
sprinkle,
why,
Oh my
sprinkle.
God.
listen, you know
Yeah.
what this is, William? You know what this is, right? I'm gonna blow your mind. You remember back in the day we used to have a Snoopy snow cone maker joint?
I sure do.
Yes, come
That's
on.
I
what that
sure
is.
do.
They
That's
put
what
the
it is.
mechanism out the Snoopy snow
Hey,
cone maker and they
Man.
put cheese inside the hole, and then they just yarn sayings and snow cone the hell out the cheese.
that's a
Oh
great
man.
device, by the way.
Mhm.
Really
I gotta
good.
find myself a snow cone maker. I
That's
had a Snoopy
the maker is
snow cone maker.
hilarious.
Golly.
Because that's what that little thing is. You can get one of those anywhere, William. Go to the houseware section in Walmart.
Man.
A little grater. But I mean, they have the flat graters, and you can literally go right by the deli in any supermarket where the fancy cheeses are and get
Mm-hmm.
a little chunk of Parmesan cheese that'll last you a while because it's just you know, grate your shit on there.
I
That's
used
what
to get it. I used to get them people a workout because I really used to like that cheese in the salad. They
because
like
you
tell me when to stop, and I'm
I'll be
like,
like, keep going.
I bet you better
right,
roll your sleeves up.
right.
Fine.
Give me here
That
then.
ain't enough.
Give me here. I want some
You
more.
better get another block.
Too, because I get the Italian wedding suit.
Listen, you
Wonder
better share that wooden spoon in there and get the rest of that remnants.
Look,
Hit it.
I said, thank you. Get it, hit it, go. And I ain't said stop yet. And then y'all want to
keep
make
going.
me the bad guy.
They talking about. I think you're being a little bit inconsiderate. You, go talk to your manager. I did not ask you about how.
Exactly.
You said say when, and I didn't say when yet. So
That's right. Keep going. You better go
either
back
get a
in there and get
block of
another
cheese or
block.
get your manager.
Right. Go get your manager, switch out for him so he can keep grating my cheese.
Right.
Still not
Exactly.
done.
Exactly. Come on with
And
it.
nobody asked y'all to make this goddamn cheese in this salad so goddamn scrumptious. It's the best thing y'all got other than the rolls.
It's actually cheaper and better tasting to grate your own cheese.
Right.
There are several types of graters. It's very easy to do, and you don't have all of that sawdust, that they put on that cheese to stop it from spoiling too fast inside the plastic. Shut your ass up, Sheeta. Listen, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all this story again because she swear I'm a Southerner.
Mhm.
She swear I'm from down here because
Blasphemy.
I went to New Jersey a couple of winters ago, and we go to the Olive Garden. Speaking of which, yep, see, boom.
Yes.
Just put Snoopy House around that bitch, and that's exactly what that was.
I'm dying.
Exactly.
Turn it
Oh,
upside
God.
down so the part that releases the cheese, put your cup under there,
Hell
and that's
yeah.
what. But no, we go to the Olive Garden, y'all, and I've been down here 13 years, so I'm accustomed to certain things that the South offers that I be forgetting is not an everywhere kind of thing, right?
Mhm.
I get in the Olive Garden, I asked the lady, "Could I get some sweet tea?" This bitch brings me plain tea, like plain cold, no sugar, no lemon on the side, just plain cold with ice in it, just plain tea.
She gave you unsweetened tea.
Yeah.
Ew.
See your face, boo.
Did
Now,
she give you sugar packets?
no, she just
She just set that nasty cup in front of you with no sugar in it?
She just gave you brewed tea.
and
I know
I
you
was
lying.
disgusted. I was disgusted, and she thinks it's hilarious because of how disgusted I was. But I'm just accustomed to asking for tea wherever I go, and it's sweetened. I
Yes.
There
told
y'all
you.
go.
Yes.
I told you that's
Yes.
the same mechanism. I know that shit when I see it.
Woo.
But she like, I don't even take it as an insult that you laughing at how disgusted I was at that nasty ass tea, because who in the hell thinks somebody wants plain
She couldn't even ask for sugar. Because I guess once you put the ice
No,
in it,
bitch, just bring
what
me
are
a
you
Coke.
gonna do? You're gonna be chewing on
Right.
the iced tea. You can't put sugar on cold tea.
Oh, just bring me a goddamn Coke. Like,
Right. Just
Like, who put
right. You
sugar
might
in
as well
cold
get a
tea?
fountain drink after that. Like that's
All right, let me ask y'all this. And I know I don't know if y'all still even drink this anymore, but Kool-Aid. Y'all drink Kool-Aid still?
sometimes
sometimes
All right, y'all got your way of making it?
everybody does
All right.
everybody does.
Is y'all foundation warm water or is it cold water?
warm water,
Warm water.
but you
Okay.
gotta you gotta pour it till the sugar stops sizzling, and warm
Yeah,
water,
you gotta
and
get it all dissolved and
sizzling,
pretty.
and then you get to stirring, and it
Right.
all dissolves rather quickly. If you put it in the cold water, you'll be stirring for like an hour, and you still gonna have half your sugar in the bottom of the thing when it all settles.
Hella gelatin.
Witchcraft.
Hella gelatin in the bottom of that joint. But
Look,
yeah, I
witchcraft.
had to
I
explain
don't
to
know how
somebody,
to be so
and it was them folk that had to explain it to. I said, no, we put warm water when we make Kool-Aid. Like we warm water, about that much warm water. Then you put your sugar in, then you mix it up. Then you put your other one in, then you mix it up. You don't thoroughly mix it because you need the Kool-Aid packet to connect to the sugar. So then you
Hmm.
just you round that joker in, and then you slow cool, and then as it's filling up, you keep stirring. You got to keep stirring because the molecules got to combine.
right.
Otherwise, you're gonna have the bottom level real syrupy and the top level real watery.
Right.
Mhm.
He said, "Oh, that's too much. It's not what it says on the back of the packet."
Nigga,
You're
mind
right.
your fucking business. You ain't got to drink my Kool-Aid. Go get you some water then, motherfucker. Because don't come over here telling me how to make my Kool-Aid. That's like going to somebody's house and telling them how to play their Uno game. You don't fucking change the house rules. What is wrong with people?
When I
Recipes
tell you,
fast.
that's
Keep
exactly
that.
why we don't get invited to cookouts.
Right. Don't invite me if that's gonna be what it is. Yeah.
She is stupid.
Look at all them wrap foils of corn.
No, wait, no. You absolutely right. And I was mad because my bag was at the I was a young whip. You had the bag, but the bag wasn't big enough, and the bag that was big enough wasn't strong enough. The shit would have fell through the bottom of the bag. We was about to steal wine out the Olive Garden because they left us there too long. We was
I'm
going
dying.
plus the sweet, like, you
The
know what?
unsweet tea. Listen, it is or I said 9 o'clock. 9 minutes past the hour. We are getting into it, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking about. I feel like, can I segue real quick? I feel like as I'm getting older, I've been making some real like old people noises.
I've heard that one just now. You did that on purpose.
I didn't mean to do that.
Okay.
They just like they come out now.
It
It's
just
just
kind of
like,
happened.
yeah,
Mhm.
like I grumble now.
Okay.
A series of
I
unfortunate
think like
events.
as I've gotten through like this, like the depression area, I realized like, was that even depression, or was I just in the cocoon to just accept the fact that I might just be officially elder-ish now?
Facts. Yeah.
I looked at my beard because I cut my hair, and y'all know that I cut my hair, and I was looking at my beard, and this fucking hair got the audacity to start going blonde on me. I said, "Bitch, you better turn black. You better figure it out.
Did
You
you
better
say
figure
go
it out
blind?
fast."
Did you say
It's
go
going
blind?
blind. It's not silver yet. It's like right here. It's not. I said, you better get it together. Figure it out.
It's not blonde.
It's blonde.
You are officially salt and pepper, sir.
No, it is blonde.
It's not garlic. It's salt. It's okay.
It's onion powder.
It's not salt, sugar. Pick one.
I feel like we're not going to get into the beard thing. I'm 42. I feel like we've gone past it now.
No, listen. Here's the deal, right? I'm 48. I pluck this motherfucker every time before we get on the show. So we can talk about the beard thing because the older we get, the more we have to get adjusted to hair that we don't like on our bodies.
Listen,
I'm sick of it.
I I don't know, man. I started to think about it, and I got a little concerned. I'm like, God forbid, like the top of my crown go bald, and this is all I got on my face. I need to find somebody to love me fast. Like you got to understand,
I knew it was coming.
there's a small window. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we got to skip past this.
Or you
The
could just go to
way.
the pharmacy and get you 2 milligrams of copper, and a little bit of copper in your system will help your body put melanin back into your hair follicles.
Do, 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 do.
I'm not
Right.
doing that.
This
You're
is
welcome. Thank you for tuning in to Test Not
We're not
Checkers.
doing that.
listen. Yeah, I mean, my point being is that some of us have too many, and some of us don't have enough. And either way, we're all absolutely perfectly beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Wholesome.
See, And where's Precious at? Because we love her, we miss
I
her.
like my little come home, Charlene.
Hello, Charlie.
Okay, so can I tell you that that was the song that made me stop liking Anthony Hamilton because I felt like he was fucking on somebody's grandmama. Who the fuck named Charlene anymore? Who
I
do
do
you
know a Charlene, and she is
Granddaughters who are
fine.
named after their grandmother.
Yeah,
Granddaughters who are named after their grandmother. That's how it
yeah.
happened. Where do you think
You gut
Lavinia came
you
from?
gut
Are
punch
you
a lot of
kidding
our
me right now?
society here.
What are you talking
Golly.
about?
No, okay, don't get me wrong. Like I was almost named Pearl. This is a running joke in my family. I was literally my first name was gonna be Pearl. My full name was gonna be Pearl Raquel.
Can you imagine our introduction? No, no, no. Put the window up. Put the banner up. Put
What?
the banner up. Put the fucking banner up. I'll do it myself. Fuck you. I'm gonna do it.
Go
I
ahead.
should
Uh-huh.
have never said that shit. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Chestnut Seconds.
Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, follow, and subscribe.
I gotta get it out. Wait. I'm your host. I'm William
Fix
Alexander.
her, y'all.
We got Lovey Lavinia. And we got Pearl Raquel.
So I was grateful when my grandmother stepped in and made me listen
Hey,
because
guys, what's your small favor?
We all,
Hey,
you're
Granny
thankful.
Egg.
let's keep
You
it
should
up.
be-
Let's
you
keep
should
it
be
up. Like
happy
what
all
she
the
said,
time.
Charlene, right? So it would be Pearl, Charlene, and Gerard, nigga. Like we would have to have the oldest names ever.
Why
Like,
aren't you happy more? Like, you should be happy all the time. Life could have been so much worse for you. Like, oh man, Pearl, and you just happen to be 6 foot.
yeah,
Pearl,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Somebody
sorry.
must have knew about that whale on SpongeBob in 1977 because they saved me a lot of shame in my life.
Somebody in your family loved you.
Oh, my grandmother. Listen,
Man,
Good. It's
she
good.
said you
It's
better
good.
not.
Thank
Pearl
you.
Bay is hilarious.
Yeah.
Way.
Not Pearl's Bay.
Pearl Raquel, man.
No, ma'am.
My name, but I wound up.
Pearly Bay. Ooh, I like that.
Mm.
Mm.
That's a strong name, Pearl.
Strong.
So- While we talking about names, like I firmly believe that there is like strength in the name, so to speak.
Absolutely.
I've never met a chastity that wasn't a hoe.
Oh,
A hoe.
That's it.
a
That's it.
chastity.
That's right. Chastity's a hoe. Mm-hmm.
I've never met a hope that wasn't just the most despairing ass Debbie Downer bitch. Like I've never,
I've never met a
met a
financially
faith
stable
without faith.
Mercedes
Like,
or Porsche or
or
Oh.
Porsche.
Lexus.
Lexus. Yeah, they all be out here struggling.
Missing my
Struggling.
socks,
It needs pair of screeds. Yeah. Yeah.
Struggling.
saggy diapers.
Scandalous.
See what I'm saying? So
Man,
it's one of those things where it kind of sets an algorithm for your life from the
Yeah.
moment you're born.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of low key got cussed out. My son don't cuss me out, but he was kind of mad at me earlier,
damn.
and I thought it was funny because he a grown ass man now. Even though he's a baby, he's still my baby to me. But he a grown ass man, so he walking around with mad face. Now I'm like, oh god, we got to deal with this nigga being mad. What the fuck wrong with you? And
I didn't put on weight.
Uh-uh.
Every time I look around now, I see you. And if it ain't you, it's William. And if it ain't William, it's Auntie. And why y'all all over my algorithm all of a sudden? I was like, well, isn't that what we were supposed to be trying to do, is get fed to more algorithms? Like maybe we're doing something right. He said, you are, but goddamn it, I'm tired of seeing y'all. And it made me realize that we are getting fed. And it's
why you gotta be so mean?
Huh?
So why you gotta be so mean about it?
Who, him?
Yeah.
That's my child.
Honesty is what it was. It wasn't me.
Yeah, that's my child. One thing I've always told my children is they can say whatever they want to me as long as they say it in a respectful way. That wasn't me.
Oh, I don't think I had that rule in my house. Like my kids can say what they, but you better lower your goddamn tone. That I say it just like that to them. I'm like, you better lower your goddamn tone when you talk.
As much as we talk about the enforced silence that created where we are now, you can't have these kids like that.
That's right. To the There's people, no, you better not tell in my house.
The people, you can talk to them, and you talk to them how I speak to them all day. But when you talk to me, you better talk to me like you got some sense, and that's to the people too. Don't you yell at me. I'm not gonna yell at you. Don't you raise your goddamn tone at me. You can talk to me normal, and I can understand that people have an aggressive tone. I can respect that all day, but don't you raise your motherfucking voice at me, and I can receive what you gotta say, but lower your goddamn tone. Reset. Take 15 seconds.
Doesn't bother me.
Oh shit.
No, because I'm gonna come right back with it. And they know, you know what I mean? They know that about me. Like if in fact it gotta go down like that, I'd much rather argue with you than not.
I'm not
One thing about fire is if you throw an accelerant at it, it just gets a little bigger.
You don't never want to get to that point. Who the hell you think you're talking to?
Oh, no, that's never been a thing.
That's not a thing. They're super respecting this household.
Now that we're kind of like leading into this little segue. Y'all, we're in a society where people are repeating the same thing over and over again. And I used to think it was confirmation and validation and deja vu and all this other stuff, right? But then I started to just come to the reality that motherfuckers are watching the same shit or very well, like you were saying, we're all over algorithms and things of that nature. Or I want to believe, and God knows I do want to believe this, that people may in fact be picking up books. I want to believe it.
No.
Until we have a conversation longer than 5 minutes, and I'm just like, oh.
As it turns out, here at the library, there's been a drought. Something like that one that happens right around Texas, somewhere around the end of May, as it rolls into June, where there's no water, no rain, no nothing. It's like that at every library. I mean, they're selling good old books for 25 cents on the dollar.
I'm Kristen, were you about to say something?
No, I just sucked my teeth because it's sad, but it's true. It's sad.
I can almost say as it pertains to that area in life, that's a good precipice of my sadness and my inability to garner a lot of like social relationships and connections, because after a certain point it's just like you're not bringing anything new. And I'm not saying that who you are is not who you are, but who you are is I could put on Instagram and find 1,000 of yous. Who are you? Like I'm curious as to who you are, and it gets boring because I never find out who they are. I just find out their tags.
And it's sad. Like y'all don't even know how many times I've thought about starting a TikTok series where I'm going chapter by chapter in the Bible, just synopsising each chapter of the Bible. Because at this point, this is why I fucking hate the Hoteps. Because they started this whole idea of just following along with what the next nigga said and don't nobody know what the fuck it means. Y'all niggas, if one more nigga comes to me talking about Enoch and don't know Genesis, I'm a slash your throat, I think.
You're right.
I mean,
That he said, she said, wave is stronger than anything that's been read into fact or reality.
it is so
I heard,
discouraging.
I just recently saw a post where that's all I'm hearing. That's all we're seeing. So and so said that this is true, and it must be. You didn't read it for yourself. There was no research involved. You didn't delve into it any deeper than a reflection of what 10 or 15 people said. A celebrity might have whispered it during an interview or whatever, and suddenly it's fact. We haven't done no research, anything to be involved. But yes, that's definitely got to be true because it was said, and I heard it.
Like, you gotta be mindful of who you are hearing people or hearing information from. And it's never to say that information and truth and facts don't come out of anywhere. However, it is our responsibility to take a moment and reflect and resource.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, double check something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Look,
I
if you
feel
don't
like
have library
cite,
card, I can't fuck with you.
cite what it is that you're seeing. Like, and it's wild to me. Like, you even in the dating life, it's just like I
It's okay.
we didn't have much to offer anyway. As well, not to say men didn't have much to offer, but
No,
it's
keep going.
weird.
no,
It's
that's
weird.
it.
Let
Let's
me
keep
let me
going.
let me rephrase that. It's weird
No.
to see a
No,
man
no, you will say it right
just
there.
the sitting in front of a camera, just staring, and it's already awkward enough to see women do that. But it's
No.
weird to see an unpurposed or like you have labor, you have um your temple, and you have your intellect, which evolves into wisdom at some frame in life.
We
That's what we
hope.
carry as men. All of those recipes normally, if you have good foundation and good principles, create a good seed. Um, Now we just have people looking in a camera void of all the things that make them qualified to even represent what y'all are even mad at. So now we have on the other side, and it gets a little bit tricky because here's what ended up happening. Like, it was, and please excuse me, we a voice was being given. However, there was no structure to the voice being given. So now you have where they just look at the camera and wait to feel offended. And this isn't just women. This is like what I call a bastardized emotional content. You say something to them to say, hey, I want to get to know something else about you. And all of a sudden it's what's wrong with what you see in front of me. And well, it's nothing wrong with what I see. I want to know more.
Mm-hmm.
And that shouldn't even be offensive, but it's become offensive.
It's
We've
only
developed
offensive if they
every
don't know it.
reason void of just basic social language just to articulate our thoughts and our feelings. We just take a picture. We put a lot of filters on, whether it be our own makeup or whatever we hear in society. And like, and to say you don't do it, it's crazy because if you do this, whatever that shit is, you're part of the problem. No more than I'm part of the problem of why some of these kids are out here acting a slam fool. I've contributed to it.
Okay. I respect that.
What are you teaching your kid by doing that?
Trendy
The
stuff.
repetition effect.
How is that going to uplift them in their classroom behavior and their etiquette?
Okay, so on
What's their college interview or their trade school interview going to look like when it's time to start measuring and marking their qualifications and standards as it creates their value and their worth?
I believe that's where it's up to the parent to teach the child how to code switch as well. No, hear me out, because as a child, that is actually a perfect way to give them a way to applaud and be excited in the classroom without making noise. Pocket, it's quiet. It's so there are different ways to look at what you're saying.
Is that what's being taught?
Happy people, the violently happy people, when they excited about something, when this is just as effective, but it's less offensive. But I do get what you're saying when that's all you have. If and in fact you don't know how to code switch and that's all you're giving to the children and so on and so forth. I get the effect of that.
No value, no substance.
The topic tonight is the algorithm. We're talking about how the algorithm is basically the new millennium mind control. This is MK Ultra. This is all of everything we heard of them doing. And then some. We talked about last week how Meta and Google just lost that case in regards to creating all these dopamine addicts with their algorithm. You know, it's very clear to me that there are algorithms at work in the sense of how they frame them now. But what if it's more than that? And I think that's what William's getting at, is the fact that we will perpetuate an algorithm, not understanding how far and how deep that repetition gets.
It is literally like,
yeah. So
to your point, agreed.
Yeah.
The repetition effect being the same idea or effect, it's what makes people believe that it's true because someone else did it and they saw it more than once. And the moment that you go past that 3 or 4 seconds watching a video, the algorithm decides that that's what you want to see. And so you see another video just like that, and another skit just like that. And you keep watching, and you keep watching, and you keep watching, and suddenly it's true. Whether it was true or not, you didn't stop to do any research. You didn't try to figure out if this was reality, if this was someone's imagination, if this was some concocted scheme to get you distracted. None of that. It's just, oh, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, but that's got to be true. I saw it here and here, and so and so posted about it, so it's got to be real.
mm-hmm.
And not one person has done any homework to figure out if that's true.
Real talk. This first video is, I think, very telling of what we're talking about today.
Media algorithms weren't designed to keep you scrolling, but to control how you think. Major tech companies claim their systems maximize engagement. But what if that's just the cover story? Consider this. Facebook's algorithm doesn't just show you content you like. It shapes what you believe. It creates echo chambers where your views get reinforced, making you more predictable. Google's search results aren't neutral either. They're carefully curated to influence your decisions. These companies have psychological profiles on billions of people, knowing exactly which buttons to push. Politicians pay millions to micro-target specific groups with tailored messages during elections. Your shopping habits, relationship choices, even your political views, all subtly guided by invisible hands. The scariest part? You think these decisions are your own. Corporations profit while governments gain compliant populations who police themselves. Democracy becomes theater when public opinion is manufactured in server farms. What feels like free choice might just be the world's most sophisticated puppet show. Your thoughts aren't your own anymore. What if
as a person who feels like they are a free thinker,
Yeah.
it's scary to hear that. It's scary to see that. It's scary to know that even in this, what we're doing here, we're a part of that. You know what I mean? Because the reality is all of it is connected. Correct, Christina. That's exactly what I was about to say, because the music feeds the social media, and the entertainment feeds the social media, and the content creators, and it's all one big thing.
Right.
And so how do you then, it's the same argument I have with people who talk about the biblical dietary laws. Okay, cool. But I'm literally seeing documentaries where they're injecting stuff into the nodes of the plants as they grow. You don't know what if you're buying anything, and even if you're planting your own food, there is so much pollution in the soil and the rain that you're ingesting so many things that you don't even realize. Remember when we found out about backmasking in music back in the we don't know what the fuck we're actually hearing, seeing.
Most don't even know the frequency of the song that's coming out of their own radio.
Exactly.
It's interesting. It's super interesting, man.
And I remember the main y'all remember the Travis Scott thing at Astro World.
Mm-hmm.
And the main thing that people who survived and people who were in that crowd said was the music gave them such a feeling. Like the that frequency at that volume for an hour and a half with little oxygen because you squeezed in. Like, yeah, I'm sure that was the portal to hell for them. Like,
yeah.
It's probably felt like it too.
Yeah. It's wild.
And it's like and it's wild how we look at the fact and I've said this before in another show, and somebody argued me down like, oh, that's a business model. And I was like, well, it's kind of interesting that United States is a corporation now, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So the business model is based on 80-15-5.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that business model, right? The Kent business model. And you can take that same model of sales and you can put it into the model of humanity. You have 80% of people that have a belief structure or a rapid rat race, like we like to call it, of things that they want to believe but know nothing about. And they have a faith that's predicated on something that they've never really even experienced. And they're willing to sell all for it. And then you have 15% of people who know that. And they sell to the 80%. Then there's 5% of people who look at all of this happen and they got two choices to make. Either I tell people the truth and I could die, or I somehow figure out a way to expose the truth and maybe live for another day. Mm-hmm. That 5%, they just observe everything happening. And it's a business model. We always talk about, the black folk are the main consumers. Well, we know that. So how are we now taking what we know and applying it to our own core structure?
Right.
Of course, we won't know this because having even these conversations, like we all can have these conversations because we pick up books. But we can't force feed you beyond what social media is doing.
And I'm tired of being made to feel like everybody thinks I think that I'm a know-it-all when no, I just happen to talk about the things that I know. I'm not going to sit around like 90% of y'all do talking about things that you have absolutely no clue about outside of your neck. For what? To what purpose?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who told you and why? Because, okay, no, I don't know everything. I try to learn. I want to keep learning every day. I'm learning something new all the time. You know what I mean? The day you stop learning, the day that you die in my mind.
It's like, and there's some things, and I hate to use like, little text that, my grandmother used to use, but some things you just rest assured in knowing. It's just, I've gone deep enough to the understanding where there is more depth, but there's no reason for me to go any further. Like, we can talk about, let's explore it, what's even further if we so choose. However, let's now begin the journey of what we do know so that we can better understand even where we are today. and having those conversations scare the hell out of people. I don't like having conversation of what's your favorite color. I don't. I don't like having conversation of who
Oh,
fought on hoodrats.com.
here's where small talk is weird, because
And
not
it
only
numbs
do you
me.
not want to have small talk, but y'all don't even be paying attention to the answers for real. Like y'all are making
Exactly.
these dumbass conversations and then completely disregard everything the fuck we said.
Mm,
Right.
mm-hmm,
Because who the fuck is you and why? Like,
mm-hmm.
and this is why I be in the house, y'all. Since season one, I've been telling y'all I'm in
Moving.
the house. This is why, because we say it, it's a joke, but it's not a joke. Like, know how to smoke. If you don't want no smoke, like
Right.
that means understanding context. That means understanding the gravity of your words when you give your word, when you say things, when you want to have conversations and dialogue and discourse with people that falls more than just the shallow end of the pool. And
Mm-hmm.
William's been saying, and I've been saying, Love has been saying for a few seasons now as well. We gotta find new pools.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I don't care if you do the little trendy things, and but you need to talk too. You
Mm-hmm.
need to know some things too, and let. I don't care if it's even something that I don't. I actually am more attracted to knowing somebody who knows something about something I know absolutely nothing about.
It's fun. It's exploratory.
Right. It
It's
is.
attractive on both sides.
Because this is why Neil deGrasse Tyson, if you listening, right,
Mhm.
I'm gonna make you the best wife one day. You don't even
Mhm.
understand. Neil deGrasse Tyson, look at William Face.
Continue, babe.
I feel like I'm making him specifically, but I guess I'm gonna make him a really good wife because I just don't know anything about quantum physics, and he knows so much about everything. Like I need that in my life.
I thought that's who you said. I'm cracking up.
What's wrong with he's my
I
home?
learned about him. I don't know if y'all remember the one season
He's from Brooklyn.
where
I love
Bill,
him.
what'd you say?
He's from
Nothing wrong.
Brooklyn. Love him.
Nothing
No,
wrong with
like he's a
Brooklyn.
great individual. I don't know if y'all remember. It was years ago
No,
when Bill
it's the
Nye
rock,
was on,
right? Oh,
and
shit.
Bill Nye had a bunch of special guests, and he had Neil deGrasse Tyson
Bill
on as
Nye
a
is
special
nice
guest one
guy.
time, and they were talking about gravity and polarities and whatnot. And like, that's one of my favorite things to talk about. But yeah, I remember him. And I was just kind of shocked that you mentioned him. I was like, wow,
I love him.
that is such a wholesome and family man.
Oh, listen. If and in fact your family doesn't work out, I'm here.
I'm dying.
No,
I'm dying. They were on Family Feud, but yeah, like things of that nature. Like I love it, and it gets disappointing when somebody's like, okay, they may have seen a clip of him, like 30 seconds,
mm-hmm.
not
Mhm.
knowing that I've studied this stuff since seventh grade. I love, and when I find out that this is just a 30-second clip you didn't talk, shit, and now I'm stuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I'm stuck. Now you back to curling your hair and.
Mhm.
Uh, Y'all have pissed Williams' ass off, but it sucks because we want it as weird and crazy and just all the way around abusive to everybody the 1990s were.
Right.
The love we had, the walks and the talks and the air grabs and all of
Talk to
that.
the hand.
Look, all of it.
The
I,
hand understands, baby.
y'all don't understand what it was like to be thugs and
Listen.
to be urban hip hop oriented and still have a vocabulary and an IQ.
Right.
To be trendy and on track with everything you see and in front of everything you see and still be a nerd.
Yo, you know, some of the most hood friends that I have, we sit down and we play Words with Friends and Scrabble.
Because this is what we do. I
I
want to have a
promise you.
charades group one day.
I promise
Oh,
you.
I would like it.
Yeah, I want
Sign
to have
me
a
up.
charades group one day because
Not with these new millennials. They all would have the same face. I was doing Adam Sandler. No, you wasn't. Did you get it?
how
No,
is
did you get it? Lovey, I know you got it. You saw it. You
shout
it
out
was
that.
it was that was that
Anyways,
was a good one.
but
Y'all
yeah,
gonna look back at that joke and you're gonna crack the fuck up. I promise you.
it's being said that
Yeah.
it's the fault of the algorithm that this is why this is like this. The algorithm has made it so easy to get information and nobody feels like they need to look anywhere else for said information. And so
But
at what point are we kind of accepting our own extinction the more we further into this idea?
I feel
I,
like the moment you go down that rabbit hole and you keep going with what the algorithm suggested for you and thought that you would like, whether or not you like it or not, and you keep looking, and it goes past that 4 or 5 seconds, and this is not content that you would normally look at, but the algorithm suggested it, and it seems like the norm, and it's nudging your attention, reinforcing those little patterns, and you just keep going.
I've I guess with being compared to my kids and these the older younger generation, I'm kind of like new with navigating the realms of social media, but I've learned to do this. I've learned to look at who is liking certain things,
Hmm.
and by which who is liking certain things, it lets me know what it is. And I have no problem with deleting somebody and blocking you for like a good 48-hour period to reset my. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to block you on a phone because that's not part of my algorithm. Like I got all that shit turned. Well, no, I don't. That bitch didn't heard me the other day. Fuck you, Siri. But I tried to, and I like once I block the person, I reset the algorithm so that I don't see this person anymore or anything that's associated with them. And
Mhm.
then I unblock them and I go on as normal. I've learned that that's a thing. So if I see certain depictions of people that necessarily aren't in my scope of the fact that both of y'all looked in the same direction and had me look was crazy work.
That's the algorithm. You see what
It is.
But yeah,
yawning
like
is the
so.
algorithm. Like this is how deep it goes though, because
And sometimes like I'll look at people and I'll be like, okay, that was an X, that was like somebody whatever, blah blah blah,
Mhm.
and they all have the same theme and they're looking at the same shit. So I have to be like block, 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 48 hours, and then I'll just go back to a reset.
mm,
You know what I mean? And then all that shit disappears.
mm-hmm.
Like I ain't got time to be hearing miserable ass conversations.
Mhm.
At
I don't
all.
have time to hear people looking for validation on their own self worth.
At all.
Right.
I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't. Fee fi fuck you. I don't have
She's
time
about
for it.
so
Not
fuck
P505. Fuck you.
yeah.
No,
You.
like I was taught. Well, I don't even think I was taught. We just didn't have a choice. Um, we had to take our time. Like we had to get up and go somewhere. Like if you didn't have an encyclopedia of like most homes
It was the other
that I
problem.
knew, and we didn't grow up in the best of situations, but I
Listen,
do know that most homes had a lot of books when I grew up.
Hmm.
A lot
it
of
was,
books, a lot of records.
yep.
Yeah.
And how I learned those books was by being punished. These children are not sent to a room for
Go
72 hours to think about what they did.
I
Not
knew I knew the Doobie Brothers album back and forth, and I knew a lot of zoology books and Encyclopedia Britannica.
mhm. Oh God, Encyclopedia Britannica had everything.
It sure did.
And I knew
Some of
every
the
fiber
best
of that
reading
green carpet
material.
because when the heat hit, I was not sitting on them plastic couches.
That shit took up
Hmm.
a whole wall in my grandmother's front closet. Oh God.
But yeah, like I don't. and you know, I
Okay, so
did.
wait, do y'all
Mhm.
remember that it was a status symbol in the hood who had all of the Encyclopedia Britannicas?
Yeah,
Because I
Mhm.
didn't realize as a kid that they was getting them piece by piece, and so
yeah,
if they
things
wanted to change,
expensive.
they stopped giving them to
Yeah,
them. Oh God.
yeah, man. Like even down to like just different social cues. Like people don't recognize them anymore.
Mm.
Like I think we were brought up and we were fortunate to be brought up in at least a realm of music to where it did spark conversation. Like human nature is always a little thing that I'll always be like, why? Tell
Mhm.
them that it's human nature. Why? And it sparks conversation and it forces people to engage in a dialogue.
Mhm.
I shouldn't have to separate you from your phone.
And it's sad that that's the okay. So the next video we have goes into this idea that we're basically cyborgs at this point. Like we
Hmm.
can't live without these devices, which means they might as well be integrated. How people are fighting so hard against these chips being installed in the babies and so on and so forth.
Mm-mm.
So
Hmm.
I'm sorry, but it was church. She was like, mm-mm, mm-mm,
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Yeah, see.
right.
See, the scowl under this fucking brim is crazy work.
Punch
Oh.
the pills and cupcakes. Hmm.
All right, here we go.
Pretty close to that now with phones.
No,
Like Elon always says that we're basically cyborgs. We're carrying a device. It's
yeah,
not inside of our body, but we're carrying a device.
but I and also like the concept of original thought, right? Like a truly original thought. How many times have you had like multiple conversations with different people and they all say the exact same sentence that they saw on TikTok or Instagram? They're regurgitating something that the algorithm's been feeding them. Maybe they added their own twist to it, but it's basically the exact same thought. So the algorithm, which is AI, has gotten into their fucking heads and they don't even, this is like in psychology, apparently. You remember facts, but you tend to not remember where you got the fact from. So you'll forget where you got the fact from. You don't remember there was some fucking dude on TikTok like covered in Vaseline, covered in glitter and Vaseline.
What a fucking image. That would be so scratchy. Imagine if you just like glitter and Vaseline, you'd be like, oh God.
Here's what makes a marriage work. you don't remember that. You're talking to your wife, babe, you know.
You know what makes a marriage work? Vaseline and glitter, bitch.
Is that all? Is that it?
So
I thought the glitter.
I really feel like everybody's picking up on the same thing. Where all of those of us who are not sourcing our knowledge through social media are picking up on the same idea that those who are just, as they say, reading from the same book.
I think at some point you should be reading from the same book.
Mm-mm.
But the fact of the matter,
Short story,
go ahead.
small panic. I'm Polly, right? Right.
Yeah.
So, William, don't do it. Don't you unmute.
Oh, sorry. We're live.
Okay. So I'm Polly. But when I tell guys I'm Polly, every single guy, no matter what the relationship, every single guy says the exact same thing. I don't care about that. As long as I get my time with you, we good. Who told all of y'all to say that?
Now, let me tell you what this little Negro right here will say.
Mm.
I am too motherfucking selfish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm way too
That was
selfish.
Scorpio shit.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
know thyself and to thy own self be true.
And I'm not
Right.
jealous. I'm not
Be
envious.
yourself.
I'm very, very selfish, and I'm super territorial.
Hmm.
Super territorial. So I don't watch that algorithm. I'm sorry, I don't relate, but continue.
No. But that's just it. I don't know if it's just that, my algorithm is bringing people to me who want to take advantage of something like that, as opposed to people who actually understand what that means.
I don't know. Like I get asked a lot of questions that I hear a lot. Like you just kind of hear revolve every now and then,
Mhm.
and I don't know. Like sometimes it's you can tell who's looking to be validated in a certain response versus, all right, I just want to hear this person's thoughts on a matter
Right.
because it came across, and I'm curious, of an opposing opinion. But I
Mhm.
think oftentimes they don't they I try to tell people very, very early, don't come to me with your expectations.
Right.
Like whatever you've seen and whatever you've experienced, before you meet me, I pray that you are healed of that shit because there's gonna be a whole nother lot of shit you're gonna have to deal with me. And it ain't got shit to do with your exes or your past. However, you stick around, we are going to get through it. We are going to get healthy and we are going to be whole. We are not going to take that whatever shit you got going on, leave that back there. If you can't be honest about it.
I,
Most will try, like you said, most will be like, oh, I'm a sapiosexual. Bitch, you missed the point. You just completely missed everything that is going to lead to the demise of us even interacting.
can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
Sapiosexual is the female hotep.
Oh, dry twat motherfuckers.
Oh, Jesus. Chicks that say they're sapiosexual.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Chicks that say
Well,
they're sapiosexuals are the hoteps.
Shit.
Like y'all hoes get on my nerves so bad.
Golly.
Everything and don't know nothing at the same fucking time. And I don't know whether to smack you, spit on you, or hit you with a book.
Spit on them.
Okay. Going forward. Collected and done.
I mean, it's they're just we did a show on grassroots before, and
we did.
There comes a point in time. And listen, man, like I'm trying to reconcile.
Speaking of which,
things.
happy birthday!
Drawing them parallels.
Happy birthday, Anthony! Remember Anthony?
Happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday!
Jeez.
Yeah.
Happy birthday!
But yeah, it comes
a
a
big
certain
little
point
homie
where
still
it's
out
like,
here doing big things in the city of Atlanta, trying to get these folks together. I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
Christina, talk to me, baby. Because how? Why? Where? Who told you had to be that?
Bring your ass on the show. So no, in all realness, though, like
shut the front door.
And it's a thing. Here's the thing. There's a difference between someone who can engage in conversation, because to be honest, as a man, I believe that you women together collectively are in fact if there was a definitive meaning to sapiosexualism, I believe you two fit that category as well. Why do I say that? I believe that as equally as you receive knowledge and understanding, you can equally and equitably give it.
Here's the thing, and this is weird. This is why I said females, and no disrespect, Christina. I didn't know this before I said it, but this is just how I believe.
I ain't call you dry twat.
Females who are sapiosexuals are the hoteps of women. Here's why. Because there's one specific trait of a sapiosexual that is not included in their lifestyle, and none of them fit. A sapiosexual is considered a real recognized term for people who find high intelligence the most sexually and romantically attractive trait. They prioritize it over even physical appearance, and financial status. None of y'all hoes is fucking an ugly broke nigga just because he can talk.
I love y'all are lying.
So if in fact that's the case, show me Igor and I'll believe you.
I quit. Sign me
A
off.
chair is still a chair, even when there's no one sitting
Sitting there.
there. But oh, a Hotep is not a man
Not a
if
chick
he's
neither.
sleeping in his mama's basement
Hey, come
and
on.
not paying bills.
Oh,
Eat up all her food.
Not a t-shirt sold.
hey. That's good. That's good.
45.
Hey, come on.
Yes.
No album sold.
Mm.
A
Mm.
room is still a room.
My goodness.
Broke is not equal intelligence. That's not true,
No.
Tina. Some people are so intelligent that they can't work within the system, and so they're broke. Listen, that's not true. Broke
No,
are not
and
factors that affect one another. They are mutually separate, honestly.
and I think that there's a
Wait a
difference.
minute. Wait a minute. A sapiosexual is someone who experiences sexual or romantic attraction primarily based on a person's intelligence, wit, and mental capacity rather than physical appearance.
Yep.
For them, high intellect is the primary driver of arousal and attraction. It is considered a preference or orientation where deep conversation is a major turn on.
Mm.
There were so many highlighted points there that disqualifies so many people from being offended.
Listen,
However,
let's make it plain.
I disagree.
I cannot I cannot control, nor do I have the strength and capacity to make you feel any way differently than how you feel. What I will say is that I am thankful for the people that have come into my life that have not only shared deep conversation,
Mhm.
understanding, clarity, interpretation,
My
and
God, today.
also were able to be patient as I began my journey of, some may say monologuing, some may say a dissertation, some may say poetic speech, whatever the case may be. I'm thankful that those styles of people in my life were able to open up and ask questions so that we can get to meat of matters and really unveil and be naked amongst each other and really get into the pool. That is a turn on for me. If you just sitting by the wayside watching me swim, that is not a turn on. Nor is it me watching you drown in a kiddie pool. That's not attractive. So that is really the best metaphor and distinction I can give. If you choose to drown in the kiddie pool, I can't help you.
I tried it.
Because even the life thing, the life is thicker than the kiddie pool, so it's not going to serve any purpose.
Because that's as far as you get your hand up. Because that's the kiddie pool. I tried.
Let's trust each other with what we know inside of an element that is unknown to the both of us. I prefer that.
So, with that being said, everybody should be used to my crazy opinion.
Y'all should be pinching y'all fucking fingers at that.
Some of y'all who can read should go and actually read something.
Read a little
Stop
bit of
following these
Shakespeare.
posts.
Oh, weirdo.
We're sick of you. Just because you saw it on a post does not make it real. Just because someone else said it does not mean that you should follow. The algorithm is tracking everything you do. Once you get past 3 to 5 seconds, you've been engaged and they've decided he didn't hesitate. Let's give him a couple more videos to fill up his mind full of garbage. Just because you can read doesn't mean that you've read. Those two things are not mutually exclusive. And I'm sick of y'all with y'all foolishness. I can read a sentence. Congratulations. But
Congratulations. But
did you actually read anything of substance? I'm sick of you church folk. Y'all come to the front right quick because I'm sick of your mess.
no.
Heard the preacher say, and that's not what was written. You don't know what was said. You just took somebody else's word for it. And anybody ignorant enough to listen to someone else's word for it, and you don't do your research, you don't check those stats, you don't go to see what it actually says, you're an ass. And don't make a fool out of anybody else. Figure it out yourself. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of y'all post clickers. I'm sick of y'all pulling up memes and reposting them, and you have no substance, no base, no ideology. You have nothing. I'm over it. Come up with your own mental acuity. Figure it out. Read actually something. Pick up a book. Pull it open. It's exciting. You've never seen it before. Try it.
You know, a book is not like a pillow. Like, you know how the pillows, they say you can't tear off the little thing. Like, you can write in a book. Yeah, I know
Right.
that, right?
Right in the margins. That's what they're there for.
In the margins. Hello?
Literally what they're there
There's
for.
a word. There's a word that they call it. It's annotation, right?
Annotation. It's a
Yep.
good word. Mm-hmm.
Like, and let me be very clear, because I know that um I was of an era where they didn't really keep record of a lot of our uh, scholastic studies and shit. I was
Mm-hmm.
not the best student. Be very clear with y'all. These things give me a headache. I feel like
Take them off.
I haven't been right since I put a couple pounds on, and they went to my neck, and I just choked my shit out with my neck. Oh, well, my
Uh,
collar, and I
help
ain't been
us.
right since. Like, my fucking glasses make me dizzy. But anyway,
Damn sure did.
man, I got lightheaded. I'm like blood pressure
Hey,
sky
take
high.
them
She didn't
off.
even have my watch on
Breathe.
to let me know it was beeping.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I grew up in an era where we we took a little bit of pride in like Kristen said, the little information that we knew. And I remember my grandfather, he didn't have I don't I he went to the military early, but he had a lot of skill. And what he knew he was able to rightfully teach just like that.
Mhm.
My father, he and as much as I talk of him and about him, he's very skilled. He didn't learn how to stop and teach. So a lot of his wealth and knowledge, to Christina's point, a lot of his wealth and knowledge is going to be right in the ashes in his urn. You know, the wealth of being able to bridge that gap of what you know and how you can pass it on, that is that's equitable for all of us.
Right.
All that to say, I wasn't the best scholar kid. I probably was a B minus to a C plus average, if that. Got a few F's.
To your point
Got a
though,
few F's.
I've seen
But
I've seen you singing with your kids. So you are a teacher. It's what's being taught.
all that to say,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
exactly what I
Exactly.
know, I was able to say, hey, I have to now transition a part of my life to become a student to teaching, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Mm-hmm.
opened up a whole depth and realm of what we call adulthood. You know what I mean? Like, in order to be able to understand these kids, I got to be patient. I
Mm-hmm.
was not a patient person. I can be patient, but I was not naturally, I wasn't peaceful. I can still say I waver on that bridge. It's like the cement's drying on it. Let's just say it that way. But all that to say, in order to get to the understanding of being a teacher and being able to coach somebody, because I wasn't raised as a, like, traditionally, I was more coached in my life. So I don't have the gentle parenting approach. However, I have a coach philosophy to how I raise my kids.
Mm-hmm.
I got to understand who they are to really pull out the best in them. And if you don't show me nothing, how can I can't do this for you, but I can do my own work individually and show that, okay, you can become greater. And what even that teacher said doesn't define who you are. And it doesn't limit your capabilities and doesn't stagnate you to do anything, less than what you dream to do. Your dream should not be manifested in a phone. And not to say that gamers don't make a lot of money, but that's not a dreamer. A gamer is not a dreamer. A programmer is a dreamer.
Right.
A gamer is just somebody who's really good and lucid with the thumbs.
They
I
are
tell my son that.
putting the cart before the horse and making the influencer more important than the creator.
Right.
Mhm.
And that goes from every direction, whether it be religious to down to the gaming sector. Like,
and we talked about something a little while ago, and I know that we agreed to disagree about the things being subjective, and part of me understands why you agreed to that measure. When we think about the term good, that process, it's like, I mean, the outcome is what we desire it to be.
and it's the same thing that just happened here with Christina, honestly, because the reality of it is what we're talking about is the definition of the word sapiosexual.
Absolutely.
And if the intelligence itself has to then be actualized, and you're now putting stipulations on what the sexual part of sapiosexual is, and therefore you're not actually that, but because y'all done fed so much of this fucking psychologist talk into the lexicon and the narrative,
it's hard to determine a good cake from a tasty cake.
It really
It's
is.
true.
Almost to the point where the good cake don't even know if they're good cake because everybody goes to the tasty cake.
Right. The algorithm is wired exactly the same way, right? To get our minds focused on the same thing.
Is
Possible
interesting to me.
danger, hidden information, and things that don't quite add up.
So I got this one last video for y'all here today, just to put a different spin on it, because a lot of what we talk about is perspective. It is just this idea that's less, well, it's not as well formed as we think.
Come on.
What if the algorithm isn't controlling you, but instead is exposing you for the fear that you're radiating from within and allowing to create and construct the world around you? Because what you give your attention to will grow. Nah, that's crazy.
I refuse to read worry early in the morning. I don't know how people do it.
That's why I don't watch the news ever. I don't watch the news for that very reason. My mom and my children in the car stressed out about some firemen that we have never met because they heard about him burning up on the goddamn news at 7 o'clock in the morning on their way out.
Oh my gosh.
Like you're traumatizing these kids. And then the only other thing she'll put on the TV is the goddamn Jesus creeps. And please, Christians, don't come over here with that bullshit. It's creepy that these niggas be in y'all house like that. It's
prayer rocks for 1999.
Just turn around and preacher so-and-so up there judging your whole life on your TV every morning. Like, it's a lot. I love you, mommy, but this is why I call them creeps, because they just creeping in your household, telling you shit that don't make sense. I don't never see near one of these people watching these things with a Bible open, because they don't even bring up scripture on these shows.
We're gonna be reading from from the Idaho translation.
Come on, Joe Osteen. Look, come on, Joe Osteen.
Man, listen, oh, that creep.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? The Jesus creeps. None of these dudes have ever been normal. Remember Benny Hinn?
When did I get old? Like, what the fuck happened?
Listen, remember Benny Hinn?
I got a funny story about Benny Hinn.
None of these dudes have ever been normal. They've all been creepy. And it's not just me. Joyce Meyer looked like the Joker with the makeup on.
Y'all know that Benny Hinn finally like admitted that all the shit he was saying was like kind of false. Y'all like, so Kristen, for some reason I feel like you had to have been the one to have seen this too. Y'all remember when Benny Hinn laid hands on that dude, or that dude in the wheelchair? And he told him to get up out that wheelchair. And dude was like, And he said, in the name, and they had the music going. And they had the
No,
cords, the oil cords, you know what I mean?
you get
Listen,
on my nerves.
and the hits was going. Even
And
Donnie
they hit
McClurkin was on
themselves.
that motherfucker. Y'all remember that? And he
Yeah.
said, "Get out." He said, "I declare," and he was quoting them scriptures too. And that dude, he had a little bit of faith. Now, that let me know how big a mustard seed truly was, because that man didn't even have a mustard seed worth of faith, but he had a little bit. He
Wait a
had just
minute.
enough to put that brake on that wheelchair, and he should have known that some shit was wrong, because he had to take his hands and put his feet down, to put his legs on, and he went to go stand up. He had this now. Remember Bambi died, right? He had the spirit of Bambi. He had the spirit of Bambi in his knees. His knees went like this. And nobody caught him. Nobody caught him, and he fell. And it was on fucking TV. Shame on the ushers.
Shame on y'all. Y'all was off duty.
All the
Yes.
ministers, they
That's
let
it.
him fall forward. Pastor McClurkin, you laid enough hands on people to know that somebody should have been next to him.
No prayer cloth or
You
nothing.
ain't
No
pushing back, you ain't
security.
tearing
That's
nothing.
it.
His
Come on.
knees shook so hard, he
Mm.
trembled the gates of hell with
My
the
God,
knees
today.
shaking, and he
My
just
God.
fell.
The bad part is I seen it live, William.
It
That's
was
why I'm over
live.
here dying.
It was fucking live. We was just like,
We was all looking like,
fucking
Oh my
Donnie
God.
McClurkin singing "After You've Done All You Can Stand." He did not. He did not stand. He fell. He fell hard. He boom.
he was like, damn.
Oh God, that's funny.
Oh, ye of little faith.
Oh yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah, for the thing.
Oh
I
my
wonder
God.
if that man can sue Benny Hinn after Benny Hinn was like, "I ain't bitch."
He did, but the dude signed waiver.
You know how much methamphetamine I'd be on after that?
I
That was
cannot.
hilarious, bro. This is why my sense of humor is fucked up to this day.
We ain't had no choice.
That shit was funny as fuck.
Listen,
Got that old
we
dude
kept
praying
watching.
and hollering at us before we go to
The
bed.
fact that we grew up with Benny Hinn and Benny Hill, and they are so distinctly different.
God, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to say my good night prayer. Now I lay me down to sleep. Nigga, you try to cast demons out.
Oh God.
Wait a minute.
Shit.
Oh, I can't breathe, y'all.
They were preaching heaven and hell back then. Like y'all missed a good part of life. Ooh.
Oh my God. That was great.
Benny Hinn, man. Man. Creflo
was-
Dollar, he didn't told the truth about tithing. Y'all still tithe.
That nigga swear he didn't say that shit. And I watched him say, I'm gonna shoot y'all niggas and put y'all out the side though. If y'all don't come in here and swipe y'all motherfucking cards at the door.
He told her, he said, listen, the principles that I taught y'all were not based on biblical reference. They were based on economics.
Mm-hmm.
Prosperity preachers.
He said, I had to give y'all something to believe.
But wait, the scripture lines up
Damn.
with it no matter which way that you spend that.
Correct.
That scripture says, bringing all the tithes into the storehouse, that they may be meat in my house, and prove me now herewith, said the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that you should not have room enough to receive. It's written. That
So it begs
blessings
the
are gonna
question.
come as soon as you give me your money.
Seeing as that we're unlocking doors now. All right, we're now looking at the blue screen. We get to switch everybody's algorithms. What is a storehouse? It's not for y'all to answer. If y'all want to Google something and really mess up your timeline, Google what the storehouse is.
Chat, what's the storehouse?
Oh boy.
Because
I remember a guy.
think I don't think I don't know that that's what you think it is.
A storehouse is a building used to store goods, supplies, and provisions.
Mhm.
It also refers figuratively to a place or person that holds an abundant supply of something, such as information or knowledge. Warehouse, depot, repository, granary, magazine.
So make the nigga rich because he know more than you, is what that
Right.
sounds like to me. And that's exactly what y'all do. Y'all fall for it every time.
Right. They basically gave you a slight guarantee. If you give me your money, I'm gonna bless
This
you
this is the
with something.
foundational sales pitch. 80% of society. This is 80%. They
That's how
they
exactly how the algorithm works, though.
hmm If I can just get enough of y'all to believe in the same core thing.
So is that then an algorithm or is that then society?
Well, then
Is
we
that
have to.
brother?
It's both.
Society has played the algorithm, which
Man
is
makes the
what
algorithm.
reads it, how it goes. If you scroll instantly, like 1 to 2 seconds, they feel like you're not interested. But the
Gino
moment
Jennings.
you go
I
to
like
2 to
Gino.
5 seconds, you got a little mild interest, and anything past
Yeah.
10 seconds is you're paying attention, even if it's a short pause. It's influencing what you think. If you so much as talk about it outside with a friend, family member, or whatever, your phone is listening, and you'll probably see a bunch of ads concerned about what it was the discussion held.
The phones.
Gino, that dude.
The phone, the television, everything. You
But
don't
yeah,
have a device that's connected to Wi-Fi that doesn't report whatever it was you said, felt, said out loud, whatever conversation back to a server.
So
So
and
this back to original idea of the dietary law of food conversation.
hmm
Because if they're contaminating all of the food in one way or another, all of it,
hmm
how do you then eat?
Well, there's a thing called evolution and adaptation.
grow your
So
own stuff.
here's the thing that we don't like about evolution and adaptation. We believe that evolution and adaptation means that we're going to grow stronger, we're going to go faster, we're going to know we're evolving into what we're consuming. Now, it just is what it is. That's what allows us to sustain our lives. Was it killing in a mass rate in the beginning? Hell yeah, it was. But then it naturally sustained. And as it serves, if we really take a look at it, we are nothing like our grandparents. We're nothing like it's already taken its course. We've adapted and we've evolved. Now, at what cost?
I don't know. I think my cost at this point was my short term memory because it was a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I really struggled. Like there's like 5 passwords at my job, different ones you got to remember, and
Mhm.
I really struggled with that because it was just like I really have to erase something. There's too
Yeah.
much. There's too much memory storage taken up at this point. Like I'm literally now erasing stuff to put new stuff in.
Agreed.
So
And it's
mhm.
not okay. That's all.
Like and like every now and then, like I'll just kind of like look, not even open up my phone, I'll just kind of look at it and I have to remind myself, like, we make these things, like, and these things are made based on how this embodiment is set up.
Right.
For those that don't know, I took a daring try to major in biology and kinesiology and psychology as a minor at the same time. I was just weird. Wasn't the greatest idea, but learned a lot. Um, and this stuff that we don't really think about, and I didn't really think about it either until I got older, that how this device works, right? There's two different drives and operable drives in this thing, right? You have your memory drive, which we look at when we buy our phone. We never really check the hard drive. We just look at, oh, it got a lot of memory, 256 gigs, 1 terabyte. The memory, that's not the problem. It's how operable is this. You know what I mean? And we often say the mind or the brain is the thing that that moves us and fuels us. And at a certain, there's some truth to that. No more than us going into our Google search engine and starting to type something in, and it finishes the sentence for us because we searched for it before, right?
Right. But see, this is where I hang it all too, bro. Right where you're at, because it gets fuzzy here for me.
So then, real interesting, right? Because other people may have had the same thoughts that you may have, and may have, put that in there, and may have put it in your influence. However, you have to be very careful that stuff does not get into your hard drive. Your memory, you can erase that bitch, but if it gets to your hard drive, you got to reset everything. So why is that important? Because it's kind of reminds you of how we operate today. You know what I mean? Like we live in like a lot of shit actionably in our mind, and most of the shit that we fear, most of the shit that we articulate back and forth, not us. Y'all should hear some of our dialogue. But a lot of things that people, exchange back and forth, it's like they said, it's rhetoric, and it's regurgitated experiences that you've never even sensory couldn't even incite as wisdom.
Right.
There's no part of you that made that actionable, right? So now you have a fear that you never existed, and it's now here, and is now affecting here. So you understand why you're not motivated. Yep. You understand why you have no desire to do anything, or why you have a fear that, your dream will never take off. I'm guilty. Just recently, I had to sit down and say, there's a lot of shit up here that there's a lot of knowledge, but there's also a lot of fear. And I got to do that factory reset now.
Ain't that a weird feeling?
It's
right.
It's weird, but what I can say is it's not fear. It's more one of those, okay, the caution of knowing that certain websites lead you to other websites. So now that you don't go to those websites anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just kind of have a disposition that you gotta unlearn it. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like porn. You gotta unlearn when you're bored to not go on Pornhub or XNXX. It's not the fact that you want to go on there or you're even horny. You just got to stop the behavior.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's really where your mindset kicks in. Where, like, is your mindset still replaying events that lead you towards that behavior?
Right.
And that's what our phones do. Our phones regurgitate our lifelong behaviors. When I'm sad, what am I typing in? When I'm happy, what am I typing in? And oftentimes when we're sad, we type in happy things. And when we're happy, we type in sad things. And it's weird. Why are we looking for things to self-sabotage?
Understood.
It's weird. Like, I'm excited, so let me try to find somebody fighting.
But yeah, I think it's like I said, I think it's all perspective. I think it's all an idea and an opinion, and everybody wants to feel seen and feel heard. So we do get to these points of contention almost because we have to be in the world with these people who don't feed us the way we want to be fed. And it kind of becomes a struggle, I think, on all sides, because I don't think they want to deal with us neither, for real. They don't want to be forced to talk deeper than what's your favorite color and what's your address.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, so you just keep swimming, right? You learn to swim down when there's get the fuck away all at once. You know what I mean? You learn different things. It just, in my mind, it makes it easier to understand that there are like-minded people like ourselves who can sit back and have wonderful discourse regarding how we feel in the world, because the world is making us feel a certain way.
Absolutely.
So before we wrap up tonight, I just want y'all to hear that your life runs on patterns and routines. What you watch, what you scroll, what you repeat, that's your algorithm. And like any other system, it learns from what you feed it. If you keep pouring in the same inputs, the same habits, and the same circles, then you keep the same mindset and you're going to keep getting the same results. But the second you switch it up, even just a little bit, things will start to move differently. Your focus will shift, your energy will shift, your direction will shift. What you water grows, what you starve fades away. Now, what if I was to say that there are algorithms working against you every day? Your social media, the ads, the content loops on endless repeat. They're all designed to pull your attention away, to shape your mood, and to nudge you towards decisions that you didn't even realize you were making. Left unchecked, that's real influence. I call it digital mind control. But that power reverses when you get intentional, when you stop being programmed and you start choosing how you're programmed. You decide what gets access to your mind, your time, your energy, because you're supposed to be playing chess, not checkers. It's never reaction. It's always a strategy involved. It's seeing a few moves ahead and moving with a purpose. Guard your space like it matters, because it does. So if life isn't hitting how you want it to, don't just grind harder. Change your algorithm. Because at the end of each day, there's two wolves in you. And the one you feed, that's the one that's going to run or ruin your life. That's how you change the game. Good night, y'all.
Make sure you guys tune in every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are here on Facebook. We're here on YouTube. We're here on Twitch. You can also find us on TikTok. You can find our clips on Instagram. Make sure you like and subscribe. Ask questions. If you have suggestions, drop them into our emails. Drop them into our DMs. Make sure you tune in Chess Not Checkers. We are here every Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Take care.
Ciao.
Good night, y'all.